subscribe, support, stay positive. Well, good eve. Well, welcome back to another awesome episode, of Tommy Talks. And so, I have on the Sega Cam Gamer, and also I have on Vlog Montana, where our topics are tonight. If you want to know why I'm so bright, is because I have these super lights on right now. How do I look, gentlemen?
It's a little too bright there, Tommy.
And you're super fly. With that brown jacket and that tie.
Black, white boy.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
That song, dude.
How's that look?
That's a little better. It's not as bright.
Yeah. It looks a little better.
Well, folks, you are here on Tommy Talks, and you're joining us at the start of the show. I want to give a shout-out to a special guy, and he lives in none other than Seattle, Washington. I want to give a shout-out to Ed, and thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you to everybody else that supports my channel, and the most electrifying show here on YouTube, Tommy Talks. So, our topics are Jurassic World, and also the trailer to Jurassic World, Pan, the new Peter Pan trailer, and everybody's been waiting for this, folks. Everybody's been waiting for this. Everybody's on the J.J. Abrams Episode 7 of Star Wars.
Tommy.
Oh boy.
So, which topic should we get started off first? Should we get started off with the Jurassic World or the Pan trailer?
I think it might be best we talk about Star Wars first.
Well, here's the
much
thing.
about Jurassic World.
We may have a surprise tonight. We may have a surprise. So we're going to save that topic for later on in the night. We're going to go step through step on the trailers, and we're just going to go back and forth and have discussions about the trailers and just the idea of the envisions of different trailers, okay? So we'll save, we have a surprise, we possibly have a surprise tonight for when we talk about Star Wars. So, a special kind of surprise, if Anthony knows what I mean, surprise.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But the thing is, folks, okay, I guess we'll start off talking about Jurassic World. My opinions are this. It looks epic. Now, I try to analogize a lot of the trailers that I watch. Now, a lot of it pokes back to the original, how John Hammond wanted Jurassic Park to be his golden egg, and basically, to make it a full functioning park so kids can come to it and see dinosaurs, and finally that happens. The park is open, and they finally physically create a park where kids can come to and see all these amazing dinosaurs. But you can really see the example of how people really play God. And what is your guys' opinion on the whole idea of Jurassic World?
How the heck did they get them dinosaurs under control into cages again?
Now, do you think it's the same island as before, or do you think it's...
I think it is, Tommy.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
gotta be.
the same like the first movie did.
So you're saying that...
I've seen 2 or 3, But one thing I can definitely say, though, is it definitely looks the same like the first movie again. Actually, you know what, though? It might just be... I would not be surprised if this was supposed to be a reboot to back to the first one again. I would not be surprised.
No, 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 no. I don't think this is a reboot. I think this is honestly.
But then again, though, I think you might be right. Though it is
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Crossbreed a T-Rex and a Velociraptor? That's what this seems like to me. If I had to guess.
You know, and the one thing about it is I do agree with what the guy says. Now, who is the guy? I don't know who he is. He's a mystery. Maybe he's just some trainer, or is he the kid of one of the other people that started the park? You know, is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? You know, is it the Ian, or was it Ian? Dr. Ian, I think that's what his name was, or I can't remember. Bad memory. I have a bad memory of.
That's the thing. I don't know either.
There's dinosaurs. There's dinosaurs in this park. There's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs in this park. Remember that? You know, to be honest, Jurassic Park was one of those things that everybody loved because the animatronics and the animation was amazing. And like everybody, I think that Jurassic it kind of popped up on me when I saw.
And then they would bring their kids to go see it opening day in theaters, and then afterwards and then watch all their kids get terrified when the dinosaurs started chewing away at people.
Well, to be honest, I really didn't get to see Jurassic Park in the theaters, but one film I saw in the theaters as a kid, I wasn't really scared of monsters, but was the movie Monsters Incorporated. That's a different subject, but it's a personal story. I was going to see Monsters Incorporated. I was sitting in the theater, and there's this little kid sitting next to me.
That wasn't really supposed to be scary anyway.
Okay, but the thing is I was sitting there eating popcorn. I didn't have any popcorn because I didn't have the money at the time to buy the popcorn. So what happened was this little kid sitting next to me, and then rah, rah, halfway into the film, the kid is bawling his eyes out, and the father looks at me and he hands me the big bag of popcorn. And he's like, "Here, I have to go." He took the kid out of the theaters after they had paid $10. I think, like, say, $10.
That sucks.
$10 to go see this film.
It must have been like, "Oh, hey kid, here you go." I can see that happen. It's like the little kid starts whining like a little girl, and then afterwards the father just gives you the bag of popcorn and says, "Here you go, here you go, take it. We're out."
I lived in Florida at the time.
At least you got a free bag of popcorn.
Oh yes, of course. That's the white thing.
What I like to do, honestly, when I go see a movie, is I like to sit in the front row. Everybody's just like, "Why do you like doing this, Tommy? Why do you like doing this?" Well, I just love just to sit down and watch the movie and just see it for what it is. It's amazing beauty. I love to sit in the front. And I have some people.
I love sitting all the way at the back, or near the back at least.
Honestly, well, here's the thing: if you sit all the way in the back, it's just like you see people making out, you know, all that crap, and then you hear seeing people text. I went to go see a movie one time.
Oh yes, that should be banned now. People texting on their phones.
Especially
where they say if you're texting on the phone, don't do it. That bright light and clinking is annoying to everybody around you. Don't be a Tommy
There was a news story. Second camp. For instance, there was a news story on a man that was in a movie theater. He was texting his wife, and the guy got up and pulled a gun out and told the guy to stop texting. He says, "Just a second, I'll finish." The guy shot the guy and killed him. It was a news story a while back ago. But folks, it's not worth killing somebody over. Honestly.
What is with you people? Honestly, trying to kill people like that? Like, that's just wrong.
What do you think about it, Anthony?
Afterwards,
I remember this story. It's kind of messed up to shoot somebody.
A reason, maybe, or two. I don't know. But for Christ's sakes, don't do that. You're gonna scare people. You're gonna be, the next thing we're gonna see is people are just gonna be rushing outside the theater screaming their fucking heads off. And I'm sorry about my language, but it is true.
Settle on the chops, please. Don't language like that. We have to be careful about what stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyways, back to Jurassic Park and huge.
Okay.
People are going to be just storming out of the theaters, just screaming their heads off like, someone's got a gun! Someone's got a gun!
You can't. Let's not. With Jurassic World, I have to say that just the continuity of everything. It reminded me. I said this in my review, and I watched it, and I said it reminded me of a version of SeaWorld, because in the opening scene you see this gigantic crocodile / dinosaur jump out. I think a super croc. I think it was a mixture between super croc, and it comes up and there's this great white. It's coming out, and it comes up and it's just like boom.
It's already in.
And, honestly, I'm thinking, okay, John Hammond would be, at that point, John Hammond would be sitting back and saying, I feel good now. Spare at no expense.
John Hammond.
Yeah, I would say
the founder of Jurassic Park.
Yes, he is the founder of Jurassic Park, John Hammond.
The old guy, right?
And I want to say this. I want to say to the actor who played John Hammond, rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace. He was a great actor.
No, when I think of that, though, I think the actor, though, but that's just me.
The actor did pass away. Shoot.
Oh, that is sad, though. Rest in peace to the person who played him in the movie. Rest in peace.
This is bad. I'm a geek and stuff like this. I should know that. What was the name of the actor who played John Hammond?
I don't remember.
You know what? Maybe I could find out very quickly.
One thing that interests me about the trailer is
search for Jurassic Park.
Anthony wants to say something real quickly. Okay?
The trailer seemed kind of epic in the beginning, in the opening, but when they got to the part about the hybrid dinosaur,
we got a comment coming in.
Crap.
A question, more likely, actually.
What's the question?
It's just it's a question of me saying if I ever played any of the Jurassic Park games. And I would have to say, well, maybe I think I might have seen one, but I never really did own it. And apparently, though, I never really did play the Jurassic Park games since I never really did watch the movie. So let's just say for now, just the answer is no. I might have only seen one back as a kid on the Genesis, but that was pretty much it.
Hmm. Anthony, I do agree with you about the whole beginning, and honestly, it was basically showing us that, the one thing that really bothered me about that trailer was the mother just says, "Now, little Timmy, if anything chases you, run." Lady, are you freaking serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, just run, boy, run. Run, boy, run.
Run! Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to an unsafe park.
Here we go, Tommy. John Hammond was actually played by Richard Attenborough.
Richard Attenborough?
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that name or ever seen him in any other movies but that one.
Actually, he played Santa Claus on Miracle on... Shoot, I should know this. I know certain movies, but...
Oh, by the way, going back to about the other guys though in the movie, like, are you talking about Jeff Goldblum or Sam Neill?
Sam Neill, he was...
His character was called Dr. Alan Grant, and Jeff Goldblum was Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Yes, in Lost World, Dr. Ian Malcolm was the one that didn't want to go back to the island. He was the one that they said he was always crazy. Now the other one, I wonder if he would be the son of. I forgot his name.
That would be. Yep. That would be kind of neat. Actually, let me find out right now. I was
Well, he's
just
doing
there a
that.
minute
I
ago
hope we get
before
to
I
see a
started
lot of
playing.
eating. I hope we get to see some people and some kids and some families getting chomped by T-Rexes and you
Yeah, and
know
more little kids just screaming their heads off. That's
Can
you
what
you
know
we need.
why do I picture it? This new dinosaur, this new hybrid dinosaur. Why do I picture kids running through Jurassic Park like Tokyo and Godzilla? Why do I get the feeling?
to be honest? Can you imagine going?
Oh, that's
The
funny.
hybrid dinosaur is Godzilla.
Bro, pretty much.
Can you imagine going to the parent and saying, "Ma'am, we need to tell you something. We're from Jurassic World, so we want to say that we're sorry for your loss." What do you mean, sorry for my loss? I just gave you $20,000 to take my kid to Jurassic World. Well, this is all we could find of him. This is his hand. We want to apologize. Where's the rest of them, you jerk? Well, it might be in a half breed of between a Velociraptor and a T-Rex, maybe.
Or they just hand him a box of dinosaur poop and say, "Here's the rest of them."
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, like he
That's
just poops
mean.
it,
That's
puts
just mean.
him down,
It's
poops
like,
him out, and then
here's your son, ma'am.
then they give it to him, saying, "Oh yes, here's the remains of him now. Enjoy, have
Oh,
fun."
can you picture this? Can you picture this? Hello, ma'am. Here's your son. We're sorry for your loss. Thanks a lot,
It's
you
just him,
cat. I'm gonna
and
sue
just
you.
him as a whole pile of poop. He's like, "Ew, get it away from me."
Oh.
Dino, that's what we need.
Oh, jeez. And one of the things that caught my eye was the Raptors. Towards the end of the trailer, the motorcycle is speeding off. He's on the motorcycle, and the Raptors are right next to him. And they look at him. He looks at the Raptors with this angry look on his face, serious, angry look on his face. And the Raptors just run off, and he speeds off also. I'm like, okay, Raptors don't attack people on motorcycles? They attacked a guy while he was trying to shoot one of them.
Would have laughed at the Chris Pratt just. I would
You
have laughed
clever girl.
at Chris Pratt just like the Terminator or GTA 5 pulls out a shotgun and then goes like boom, boom, boom. Next thing we know, he's like the Terminator. It's like the Terminator only for Jurassic World. Yay!
Um, I have to say that the whole speculation of Jurassic World has been on. I haven't been exactly excited for it, but when I started watching the trailer, and my friend Hamza, he's kind of crazy, I think, in my opinion, because he says he watched the teaser trailer, but he would not watch the full in-depth trailer. And he said to me, I quote, I really don't want to have to watch I want to be surprised. I don't want to have to look back and say, oh, that was in the trailer. That was in the trailer. Quoting Hamza. And I'm like, Hamza, that's crazy. It's fun to do stuff like that. It's fun to look in and say, that was in the trailer. And, for instance, movies like Dumb and Dumber, the original movie, I watched that trailer, and I spotted two things in that film. For instance, when the cop car is chasing him, and the police car is chasing Harry and Lloyd, he says, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Go faster!" He does not say that in the movie. And when Harry falls, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm a limo driver."
I feel like that an awful lot, Tommy. There's just some stuff where they have the clip though, but they just change them up. But they change the lines in the final part of the movie. I remember seeing Click.
Well,
I
one
remember
thing I
watching
want to
that
say.
in Click though, where this is one little moment though where Adam Sandler is supposed to be son, and this boy next door who beats like a bit of a bully to his son. And they're out in the lawn, they're throwing the ball, And the thing that was actually changed it though was what Adam Sandler actually said to him in the trailer. Though he pauses, and then when the boy is like throwing it in midair, and then Cinema threw the ball to the boy, and then he had the glove like right up to his face though, so he knew he was gonna catch it right at his face. You know what he does? He quickly pauses it. He lowers his glove. He hits play. The ball just whams him right in the face. And the only thing that was changed though was in the trailer. He says, "Keep your eye on the ball, kid." And they changed that in the movie. And it was like, "Oh, you're just a big regular actor. Hey, you go, Doyle. Have fun there, son." And that was it. He doesn't actually say, "Keep your eye on the ball, kid." And I was so disappointed when I heard that in the movie because I was hoping for Adam Sandler just to say that. I would just burst it out laughing and be like, I feel so bad for that boy.
Yeah. The thing I wanted to say about
I
Dumb
know,
and
it's a
Dumber was,
little bit, but I can't help but laugh.
but the thing was, is what I was saying about Dumb and Dumber was when Harry falls out of the area where the plane takes off, he's laying, face down. He's like, ugh. But in the movie, he's laying face up. Ugh. And I'm like,
Oh, right, yeah. Like I said, there is some stuff that ends up being changed
Anthony,
for the final part of the movie.
Anthony, did you watch the trailer for the original Dumb and Dumber?
Oh yeah.
All I can say though, Tommy, is even though if you do watch the trailer, just don't get fooled. Just don't start thinking, oh, this will be like the final part. This will be what it's going to be like in the movie. That's all I can say for now. Just don't really trust the trailer.
When I go into a movie, I'm surprised, but I do remember some things about the trailer. And so now the next topic we want to talk about is the new Pan trailer.
Is this the end of Tommy?
It's just the beginning. Is this the end of me? It's just the beginning. To be honest, this new Pan trailer really shocked me. I just came across it. I didn't know really it was going to be coming out. And, it basically is the whole background story of how Peter Pan becomes Peter Pan. And, he's in a foster home. And it leads up to the point where, he is basically kidnapped and taken to Neverland. And there's this other pirate, which they don't really announce, but Hugh Jackman is playing the role of the lead pirate. And I believe that just by the trailer, Hugh Jackman looks awesome as a freaking pirate. He's all in his gear, battle gear. Welcome to Neverland! That scene right there just got me. Boom. And
I always remember those Wolverine just.
Yes, and
then the animated.
What's interesting that I picked up from the trailer. What I picked up from the trailer. What is it? Is Peter Pan going to be friends with Hook? Because it looks like Hook is kind of portrayed as a good guy.
So
yeah.
He said, "If I'm going to trust you, what's your name?" He's like, "James Hook," and I'm like, "Excuse me, James Hook?"
Like who becomes Captain Hook in the Disney movie?
Okay, first of all, he cuts off his hand and feeds it to a freaking crocodile. So you're telling me later in the future that's what's supposed to happen? This good friendship is going to end? Now here's what I think is going to happen in the movie. In the midst of all the battling, the pirate, somebody's going to end up killing the Hugh Jackman pirate. And so, because in the trailer, he walks up to Peter and says towards the end,
because I have my doubts that guy would end up. I have my doubts that Hugh Jackman's character would ever turn into the villainous Captain Hook. Even though he does look like him, I just have my doubts it may turn into. I have my doubts that guy may become Captain Hook.
Well, my opinion is this. I believe that somebody's going to kill Hugh Jackman's pirate, because in the movie he says to Peter, he's like, "Have you come to kill me, Peter?" And he says, "I don't believe in bedtime stories." And I'm like, huh?
Really?
What an answer! It's like, have you come to? It's like if Anthony came up to me and said, "Tommy in C2010, Are you come to kill me? And I say, no, possibly, maybe. It might happen.
Oh no! If you guys, I'm gonna try saying that. You know what my response would be? I'll just
What?
come up to you like a Terminator with the sunglasses on and be like, "No, you shall live. Come with me if you want to live.
Get to
But
the chopper.
Get to the chopper now.
get your hand on that cookie! That cookie jar!
Get your hands off of that cookie now."
Anthony, what are the comments?
Okay, this is getting off topic. We gotta get back.
Anthony, what are the
I'm gonna
comments?
go ahead and do Arnie impression.
I am not on there. I know Sega Camp is. What are the comments, Sega?
Well, there's actually, Tommy got someone actually sent a plus Tommy Fenton to you, though, Tommy. He said, you need to visit the Slink. The next time you're in Florida, there are actual dinosaurs there. And this is from your friend, James Worley. Let's see. Why do you keep giving Hammond's idea a chance? I hope the engineered dinosaur isn't corny.
It'll be
Who
corny.
said that?
Oh, here's a really interesting one for you, Tommy. I don't know if you would actually take this as an idea or not. But could I get an autograph from you, Tommy? My son would love it for Christmas. Love the show. Keep up the great job. With a bunch of exclamation marks at the end.
What's his name? What's the guy's name?
It's called Love to Hate Drugs. Love to Hate Drugs. All as one whole word and number 2 instead of T-O.
Oh, sir, I want to say this to you. If you go to the Tommy NC 2010 page on Facebook and you send your address, I'll see what I can do about mailing out you an autograph. And just let me know what you would like. Would you like a personal picture of me, a personal picture, or what would you like? Would you like me to print up the Tommy logo and sign my name on it and then mail it out to you for your son? And I love giving autographs, and I love personally. I've had several experiences with this new YouTube environment where I've met people in public and people said, Tommy NC 2010? And I'm like, hi. And they're like, I watch you on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's I tell you what, the thing about meeting fans in person, it's not frightening, but it's like, oh my gosh, there's people out there actually watching me. And I was like, that makes my heart go pitter-patter. Like, I honestly want to cry sometimes because I meet these fans, and I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal guy that wears suits, I'm not that special, When people say that I inspired them, and that was the reason why they got on here on YouTube, or why they started stepping out of their inner bubble, it makes me just go, oh my gosh, my message is actually working. The words I say actually do matter. And, back on topic. Any more comments, Segacam? But they can't be negative comments. That's
Nothing much, except though, Sega, can you sing the Jurassic Park theme? I have to say, I have to pass on that one, Jake Landis. Sorry, I might have watched it, the first Jurassic Park movie, but to be honest, I really don't know the theme that well. Like, I never really did watch many of the movies. I don't know much of the theme. Sorry. Not my thing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anthony, what was your whole opinion on this new Pan trailer?
It just looks like to me they're going to hash us another milked idea that we've already seen 100 times over. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see what the difference is with the new and old captain and how James Hook loses his... Well, we already know, got eaten by, but seeing how that happened and how he becomes evil. And I'm kind of interesting to know what happened to Wendy. Is Wendy going to be in it?
Well, this looks like a prequel to the first Peter Pan or any of the Peter Pan movies. It seems to be like a prequel, so I kind of have my Yeah, it's that we may see Wendy.
Yeah, see where
Wendy
she comes in.
Peppercorn, she was the one that, was that her name? I thought it was Wendy Peppercorn.
Well, I
Wendy.
always took it as, the
Or
Peter,
even
Peter
more
Pan's lover.
interesting, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they followed it like Hook. Yeah, have any of you guys ever seen the movie Hook?
Yes.
That was supposed to be like a live action version of Peter Pan with Robin Williams, and Julia Roberts
R.I.P.
was
Robin
actually
Williams.
Tinkerbell.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Robin.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. He's actually
Yes.
got another movie coming out this Christmas holiday season. You ever
And
heard of
guess what
Night at the
happened?
Museum?
It really aggravated me. I was at my local grocery store and I looked on the shelf, and there it was, the movie. I don't know the name of the movie because my disability, but I was standing there on this. It went straight to DVD. I'm like, excuse me, the guy just died. Give it some common balance and actually put it into theaters. The guy passed away. Why put it just directly to DVD? That's shameful. I hate.
Well, what movie was it?
I can't remember the name of it, but it had Robin Williams' face right on it. He was on the back of it also, and
And
honestly,
this
it
was
kind of.
supposed to be a movie that just made its way only to DVD and Blu-ray, but never into theaters, huh?
I hate that when actors are. Oh yeah, for instance, what's the 1 year anniversary since this is off topic. I'm sorry to say this is the 1 year anniversary to the day that the man it was in. Um, the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, Paul
Um,
Walker.
Paul Walker. It's 1 year since he died in that horrible car wreck. I saw that on Twitter today. But it's you think about it. Life is, it's you cherish every moment of life because that silver bullet could take you one day.
Yeah, I
Whatever
know.
it is,
And if I
could
do see,
take you.
we finally got a poster, but if we finally get like another poster just when the movie finally comes out, and I see Paul Walker's name on it, I'm gonna just take one look at that and say, no, 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 that ain't right.
Paul Walker was in the last movie. They said before he died, he was in the midst of shooting it. I think he had finished it, that movie. So Paul Walker will be in this next movie. But the thing is that
His brother though being him, but they said that they would shoot it as his brother and CG him to make it look like Paul Walker. So that's all what I heard so far.
that's gonna look insane. I don't know how they're gonna do that. That's just like I don't
But
know.
pretty much though, this will be the last one though that we do see with Paul Walker. I think they better just take him out of the movie after this seventh movie, just because there's just no way them now that Paul Walker's dead. Like,
Okay. Well, but to get back on topic, I, I have to say that this new Pan trailer looks good. Now, here's the thing, folks. So you can get your opinion and leave comments in the chat here of your opinion. I left the trailer to Star Wars. I left the trailer to Jurassic World. I left the trailer to Pan, and in the description, so you can check them out and face your opinion on your thoughts and see our thoughts here, and so you can check them out. I was smart this time. I was smart. I said, you know what? I want my viewers to see these trailers, so I'll post them up there so they can see the trailers and understand what we're saying. But Anthony, have you heard anything from our surprise at all?
Nope.
What do you think we should do? Should we just go on and talk about it?
Might as well. So.
I'm sorry, folks. I had a surprise for you guys, but it's obvious that surprise is busy right now, and I can understand the surprise has certain
Go ahead.
certain surprise that has certain responsibilities now, big responsibilities, and being. I'm not gonna say who the surprise was, but I don't know if I should or not, but if that surprise comes in the hangout, you guys will see who it is. But so Star Wars Episode 7: Awakening of the Force. Is that what it is?
Yep.
I
Star
think
Wars
so.
Episode 7: Awakening of the Force. And already now it's being mimicked. And also making Lego trailers about it. And it mimicking...
Lego trailers. Oh.
It's funny because they showed this on Good Morning America, and they were relating to how well the guy did it. And I have to say that it's pretty good. The stop motion was pretty good.
Not
now,
in this Lego Star Wars game if they ever make it.
Now, my full opinion of the trailer is the first scene you start off with, you see a stormtrooper, and he's not wearing his helmet, and what is he freaking out about? That's a thing. What is he freaking out? He runs off, and the next thing you see is you see like a little droid, and it's like a little ball forming. Next thing you see a lady on a glider, I guess, and she's, and then it says the dark side, and here comes the Force, and pulls out his lightsaber, and I freaked out when this happened, like a freaking lightsaber sword. Like, I have never seen that. That's new. I'm like, whoa. And it says the light, and then you see the Millennium Falcon being shot at by the other ships, being chased after, and then it says, Star Wars Episode 7: Awakening of the Force. And honestly, I was just like, okay, this is the teaser trailer. When are we going to see the theoretical trailer of Star Wars? And what do you guys think? What did you guys think of the new Star Wars trailer?
That's about what it was. It was just pretty much a teaser. It was just pretty much, oh, look at this. Guy whipping out his lightsaber, typical stuff. And then all of a sudden we see a Millennium Falcon showing off some pretty sweet-ass CGI effects flipping around upside down and around on a desert planet. It's just like, okay. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I think a lot of these nerds kind of had a nerdgasm in their Barnacles nerdgasm. That would be a good running joke. It is like, so what you having? Oh, I'm having a Barnacles nerdgasm right now. What? He's a YouTuber on YouTube. Yes, reference to him. Shout out to Barnacles nerdgasm. Yes, that is an epic name, just to say, to have your YouTube channel known as Barnacles Nerdgasm. It's just like, oh my gosh, man! Ooh, it's like, what's wrong with you, man? I'm having a Barnacles Nerdgasm right now. Oh, jeez. Sorry. It's just, his name is awesome. His name is Jerry, actually, and I got to meet him at Vlogger Fair. He at some point he may come on the show. At some point. I sent him a link tonight to come on, but it's obvious that this is my surprise and Barnacles Nerdgasm are busy right now. But, but to be honest, this, Sega Camp, what did you think of the trailer?
Which one?
The new one.
The new Star Wars?
Yes.
It was okay. I just hope they make it good because J.J. Abrams is doing it. I don't know if I already said this already, but I remember seeing Star Trek Into Darkness and just being blown away to how awesome it looked.
Well, here's the thing. You just took the words right out of my mouth, Sega Camp. Your opinion is exactly like mine. I'm scared to go into that theater and sit down and pay for my $10 to sit down and watch Episode 7 and then realize this is the same directing style as what we saw with, the other Star Trek. And Anthony says to me in another hangout, well, Star Wars and Star Trek are completely different storylines. Am I right, Anthony?
Pretty much different universes.
But don't you think that since it's J.J. Abrams that he might accidentally dip a little bit of Star Trek in there? Do you think that Star Wars can have its own? Because the thing is, it's been forever since the first.
All I'm going to say is we're going to get a lot of lens flare.
I'm sure one thing's for sure, though, after we see this, though, J.J. Abrams will just move Star Trek and Star Wars as far away as possible. Like, they're both different galaxies, different universes, different stories.
Said something funny. We'll get a lot of lens flare.
And different sight and sound, but of mine.
Be honest, when movies are remade, you're kind of scared. Because at the same time, Disney owns Lucasfilm now, and you're saying,
so it's gonna be Disney.
Well, the thing is, I'm hoping that they leave it to the same kind of.
Join the dark side, haha.
I would laugh if that did happen. All of a sudden, we see Darth Vader come back with the 2 round ears, and he has these 2 round ears, and then he's all like. And then right afterwards, Lucas just goes up to him, he's like, why do you have round ears? Because I am Darth Vader. Luke, join the dark side. I'm your father.
You mean?
And then he pulls the mask off, and then it's Mickey Mouse, and we're like, oh God. You are not my father. You're right. I'm Mickey Mouse.
Honestly, I said... the fact that they say the controversial thing is they say that Walt Disney is in a freezer, like he's in a,
or at least though he froze his brain, once
Lucasfilms came in, they're just like, hey, we know how to take care of Walt Disney for you. Well, how do we do that? We have carbonite. Really? Okay, let's take it out. It's an experiment.
Once they gave me their money, I came out with about $2.4 million. Mr. Lucas, you're not supposed to say that. Oh, I'm sorry. I came out with a big amount of money. That's actually a video on YouTube. If you get the time, if you ever do get the time, Tommy, look up Rich Alvarez. George Lucas sold out to Disney or something like that. You'll actually see Rich Alvarez. He's just pretend to be like George Lucas, and then he says, "And when I was done, I came up with $2.4 million amount of money. $2.4 million."
And Rich Alvarez makes the best movies.
I came up with a very big amount of money.
Rich Alvarez does some good videos. He has some good stuff. Especially Stupid Mario Brothers.
Stupid Mario Brothers, and I know you're going to be telling me I should not swear, but that's actually what the series is called. But it really is a good series, though. You should really try giving it a chance, Tommy. It's really good. They have a strong story for the Mario Brothers.
Link to the Rich Alvarez guy. I would like to check out that. It looks pretty funny. It sounds like what you say.
Mickey Mouse here.
Yeah, that's another interview we gotta try, Tommy.
Yes, definitely.
Rich Alvarez, definitely. On my show?
I used to watch this.
Honestly, I want to get him on, but you know what? Two people I would really like to get on my show. Tyler Oakley and Shay Carl.
You sure they would both be like that as well?
Well, okay, because here's the thing.
Like monsters?
Well, no. At Vlogger Fair, I'm doing the impression of these teenage 16-year-old girls at Vlogger Fair, and Tyler Oakley.
All right. Say their names again, though. I got a better one for you. Say their names again to me.
It's like Tyler Oakley.
Look at my titties.
Okay,
so a stadium applause.
Tyler Oakley comes up on the. Tyler Oakley is trying to get to the other side of the stage. He actually walks out in public, and his security is with him. And there's a girl on stage, and she's playing music, and she's like, Tyler Oakley is just a guy. Tyler Oakley just wants to puts his pants on like you do. And the whole time, there's stuff, people on stage, and people are wandering around. When I don't know if you know this, but when I was giving Chris the World Heavyweight GoldenEye Championship of the World, Vloggers Heavyweight Championship of the World, Tyler Oakley was on stage. So at the same time, that was going on, and the girls were freaking out, and I was giving Chris the title on his shoulder. But honestly, that I think it'd be epic if I had somebody like Tyler Oakley and Shay Carl. All I got was from Shay Carl was hi. I honestly, I want to say this. I could have stood in the line. I could have stood in that line. Me and Anthony walked. I'm sorry to be talking about Vlogger Fair. It's old, but I really wanted to say some stuff.
I was about to say, how did this get into Star Wars?
Well, this is like, I'm sorry, I apologize. It's just like I take one turn, then I take another turn, and I'm just like, ooh, that
I
way.
like that too, Tommy. I get that an awful lot. I just go off topic and arc into like another thing.
People are gonna be making. I can guarantee it now. People say, "Yeah, Tommy's stupid." This is our impression of Tommy. This is Tommy talks.
Tommy's dumb. He doesn't understand about what we say. Stuff like that. Come on. I'll keep breaking a beat. You get to dance.
Back on topic. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. I completely hit the baseball completely off subpar, and I don't know why I do this, but just to basically get down to the whole analogy of Star Wars Episode 7, Awakening of the Force. I can't wait. I want to go see it on opening night. If I can't, I'm going to go see it. I will. I want to be a part of that generation, it says.
And this is just the beginning, Tommy. I think now they are planning. This is just number 1 of 6. You heard me right, people. 6 movies on Star Wars.
And I'm wondering, and the thing is that if they're going to do it, Mark Hamill. Look at Mark Hamill right now, and look at
Harrison Ford. The guy is like in his 70s.
Oh my gosh, I have to say because
he was in his 30s back when they just started about the first 3 movies, which ended up becoming 4, 5, and 6. But still,
here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. Here's what I have to say. If Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill passes away, you know what's going to happen? It's going to completely screw the lineup. Because you know what the fact is? Mark Hamill, and also the fact is the Joker's animated voice will be dead. And also, Indiana Jones will be dead also, because you can't do an Indiana Jones film.
The voice of the Joker in the old Batman cartoon series. That was like in the 90s.
Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, calm down, Betty. You don't want to get Quanto in that suit. I'm sorry.
Well, to be honest, Anakin Skywalker said he would never become evil, and look what he became.
He became Darth Vader.
No, what? Luke Skywalker. I meant Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker said he would never become evil, but look who he became. Because you're saying as Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill is the voice of the Joker, and he did the voice of the Joker. So it's now, for instance, I'm not negative about this, but the next subject is about Princess Leia, and how is that situation going to work out? After how many years has it been since the original trilogy, Anthony?
The 70s, I think.
Well, and the number.
The 70s.
So that's at least 30 years.
30 years. Can you imagine 30 years?
Actually, more like 40.
Oh yeah, you're right. 30, 40. Yeah.
Harrison Ford was in his 30s when these first 3 got made, and like I said, that guy is in his 70s. That's 44 years there.
Picture this. After that long, picture what Princess Leia looks like in a slave Leia costume.
I'm a granny. I'm a granny. I'm a granny. I'm Princess Leia and I'm a granny. How you want some kisses, my little grandson?
I can't help but laugh. That's funny, Anthony.
My viewers, think about what if you've seen the actress that played Princess Leia. If you're that geeky and you know who she is, now take the Princess Leia costume and slap it on the new Princess Leia and tell me in the comments what you imagine. Because I can, oh God, beauty is only skin deep. That's what I had to say. Beauty is only skin deep. Oh, you know, I want to say something about a topic. It's a video I'm uploading on Facebook, but it's something I seriously want to say. And Anthony saw the video too. I don't know if you saw the video either, so I can't. A woman on Facebook said, if a man beats you up, stay with that guy because he loves you no matter the cost. Let him beat the snot out of you because he loves you. That's the best love you can ever have. Excuse me? That's coming out of a woman's mouth? That's bullcrap. You should always respect women. A man, it hits a woman, is not a man. I believe you deserve to be hung up by your privates and had them cut off if you do that to a female. You understand that? You are not a man if you have struck a woman. And the fact is you should always respect women. You should never put your hands on a woman. So that is not a gentleman's thing to do that to a woman. Be respectful of women, folks, even if they are snotty to you. You can never raise your fist to a woman. That's the one thing about it. Well, what about self-defense, Tommy? Well, what do you think, Anthony, about that subject?
The girl's a little nuts.
Yeah, she was nuts, and I was just like, my God. Say you can't. What do you think about this?
It just seems wrong as well. I really don't know what to say about this.
Yeah. So, folks, I want to say this. All in all these trailers we talked about tonight and all the interesting stuff, my thing is, I want to know who the guy is with the red lightsaber. It looks like a sword. I've heard rumors that Anakin Skywalker, and is that the right name? For Mark, is that the right name?
Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker apparently in the comic books, apparently went to the dark side. And I'm wondering if they're going to follow the books. If we actually see, him with red eyes, and what leads him to the dark side. Was the fact that his father was duped, or what is it exactly?
I finally followed what my father told me.
Honestly, what happened to Princess Leia, and also, what's it? I've heard that. The actor who plays Han Solo, he broke his leg on set, and they had to delay shooting. And so, has he gotten better now? And what's it going to look like? But, so, folks, thank you for watching Tommy Talks. This is the Sega Cam Gamer, and this right here is none other than Mr. Japan himself, and tickle him. Oh, tickle, 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 and Mr. Vlog Montana. I'm being funny. I'm being coy. He can't feel that realistically because I'm poking him right now. I'm poking him. If you poke him, he won't contact you. He just thinks you're stalking him. And just want to say several shout-outs to. What is it? I'm trying to think here. Shout-outs to a business called Tommy Trees. Shout-out to Ed, and he's possibly going to be a future vlogger. He's a friend of mine that lives in Seattle. Ed, you should really get in contact with Chris Perillo. I think he'd be able to help you out. And as always, folks, I'm Tommy in C2010. We always appreciate. I want to give you guys just a gigantic hug. Just want to give you a hug here, just a itty bitty hug here. Hold you there for a little bit. Yep. Just give my viewers a hug, and thank you for all the views you give me and all the likes you give me. And we really appreciate you all. I just gave you a cyber hug through the internet. And as always, I'm Tommy NC2010. And I'm keeping you on the inside fact.